Okay, welcome back to the Best Boys Anime Pod. This is episode 10.
Episode 10.
Number 10.
We did 10.
Double digits.
We're double digits. Yeah.
None of us have been in the hospital in like a few weeks either. So.
I haven't been in the hospital in a month almost. Which is winning. We're winning. This is what winning looks like.
Yeah, so I'm Jake.
I'm Craig.
And today we're going to be talking about the worst anime dads.
Yes, we're going to be doing the worst dads in anime.
Yeah.
And we've decided to move the hot takes to the end of the episode now. So we're going to be like jumping straight into topics and then doing the hot takes later.
Hot takes at
I
the
feel
end.
like people enjoyed them, but they don't want them first. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I've got a list, but give me your opinion on parents and dads in anime in general, because there's a lot of running themes in anime of really just shit-ass parents.
I mean, like, most shonen characters just don't have parents.
No.
A lot of the time.
Mm.
They'll be like, I'm 15 years old and I live alone.
Yeah. Or I look after my sister.
Yeah.
And I work a part-time job and my 9-year-old sister is in the house by herself all the time.
Yeah. And she cooks and cleans. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's usually just no parents to be
There's
seen.
no parents around at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why, but we've decided they're pretty bad by normal standards, but we're going to do the worst.
The worst we can think of.
I'm sure that other people let us know, like, worser ones after this, but I've just got my list.
Let you start us off then.
Yeah. So I think what qualifies as a bad dad is somebody who just outright does not look after their kid.
Just does not care.
Just makes awful decisions for their child. You know, everything that would qualify you as a bad parent in real life. But oftentimes these worlds have much higher risk, much more danger.
There's a lot going at stake in there.
There's a lot at stake in these things. Meaning a bad parent is a lot worse. A lot worse. I got my first ones, Sasuke and Naruto.
As dads, yeah.
As dads, yeah.
They are both pretty poor dads.
Yeah, they are both fucking awful parents. Yeah. If you look at Boruto, they both had really awful childhoods. Oh, by the way, we should say that we're going to do spoilers.
There'll be spoilers.
There will be spoilers in this
we
episode.
talk about,
whatever we talk about, there's going to be spoilers. They both had shitty childhoods.
Yeah.
They both had rough times. And then they both get kids and don't look after them at all.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
They carry on the cycle.
Yeah, they just carry on the cycle.
Like,
They just repeat
Naruto
everything.
in particular was completely neglected as a child. Like,
Naruto didn't have parents.
he didn't have parents, and like there was like 2 adults in the village that like kept him alive. And that was it.
Like the ramen man in Aruka.
Yeah. Everybody else would prefer it if he died.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna become Hokage and change it.
I'm gonna be Hokage. I'm gonna look after everyone. It's gonna be the best time ever, and then everyone will respect me.
And like, I have my kid and fucking ignore
And
him.
then and then I'll be there. Like I will send my clones to their birthdays and stuff instead. It's a no, bro. They're both awful. And Sasuke is not there half the time.
Yeah, especially when you have clones as an option. Why don't you make your clones do the work and you...
Yeah, why don't you go and then leave your clones to do the TV interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sasuke is basically just a glorified homeless person.
Yeah, because he just runs around for Naruto.
Yeah.
He just does jobs for him, does reconnaissance, comes back, barely talks to his child, and then goes again.
Yeah, he's basically just like a war veteran who's just one arm running around.
Yeah, there's a thing in Naruto about parents, isn't there? Everyone seems to have had shitty parents. But a lot of the other ones don't seem to have repeated the cycle.
Yeah.
Other than the 2 main characters, which is...
just a bit weird.
Just a bit weird. I don't think... It didn't sit right with me as well.
Yeah, it puts you off the thing, doesn't it? Like...
Yeah, like watching Boruto. Like, I didn't like how like blasé Naruto was.
It puts a bad flavour in your mouth for Naruto, doesn't it? Because you love Naruto in Naruto, and then when you watch Boruto, you're like, it's not the same guy.
No, he's not the same person.
He's not the same person. Yeah.
No, he doesn't like behave the same way. Like he doesn't get the limelight because it's not about him.
Yeah.
But when he said he was going to become Hokage, I didn't think it'd be like that. You know, like it just doesn't sit right.
Yeah, it's just not what you expected, and it's just.
Yeah.
A bit bizarre.
It's a bit bizarre. And I would expect exactly that of Sasuke. That is not a surprise.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's just Sasuke doing Sasuke. He fucked off in base Naruto and has been doing it ever since.
At every opportunity, Sasuke has just left. He's just gone. So there's no reason for him to stay, is there?
No.
Naruto, I really hoped for better. It put me off of Boruto, and I would have liked them to have been better dads.
Bad dads.
Bad
I mean,
dads,
like, not the worst dads.
No.
Just poor
Just
dads.
awful. Yeah.
Like,
They're doing their job. They're doing good for people, but their
kids are okay.
Yeah.
But they're not, like, bonding with them like they should be, you know?
Yeah, like, the kids need a dad. They need their dad. They need them to be around.
Yeah.
As opposed to just, like, not.
Sorry, I used to be an anime protagonist. I'm basically a god. I don't have time to be just, like, talking to you and stuff.
I don't do birthdays.
Yeah,
I don't do birthdays. I don't do anything like that. I turn up occasionally for food and then I fuck off. But it's my clone eating anyway, so yeah. God, Naruto. Actually, the more I get into Naruto, this fucking
you're getting all wound up.
It gets me wound up. Yeah. How about you then? Have you got?
I mean, one that straight away comes to mind is Goku.
Goku is a bad
Goku
dad.
is
an awful
worse
dad.
than Naruto, in my opinion.
Yeah. At the end of the Cell arc, Goku stays dead by choice. And everyone's like, oh, Gohan's such a shit character. Gohan's a shit character. He went from ages 12 to 25 with a dead dad.
Without a dad.
Yeah, without a dad. Yeah.
But also, Chi-Chi was pregnant because there's Goten, who Goku was dead when he was born.
Goten, who is a little shit constantly.
Because
his dad was dead. His dad's dead. Yeah.
Because his dad dead.
Yeah.
He probably knew that his dad chose to stay dead. Can you imagine if he was like a kid and you're like, Mom, where's dad? You're like, oh, he's dead. Like, oh, can we not bring him back to life? No, he wanted to stay dead.
Yeah, we could, yeah. We have every means possible to revive your father.
We could do it today, but he doesn't want to.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, Goku said that because he's not there, the chances of something bad happening is decreased. It happens anyway. It happens all the time. Everywhere he goes, there's violence.
Also, you've just seen your 16-year-old son obliterate the biggest threat you've ever seen. You can handle it, like.
Yeah, I've never even thought about that. Yeah. He's like, oh, if I'm there, it's gonna be dangerous. Gohan could kill Goku at that point.
Yeah.
Gohan was stronger than Goku.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I never even thought of that.
It's like he was the strongest character after the Cell arc, and then he was like, nah.
And then Gohan's a letdown now.
Yeah.
Gohan
he shits all over Gohan.
Shits all over
in
Gohan.
Super, he hates him. No, well, he doesn't hate him, but he proper badmouths him all the time.
He comes back from the afterlife and he's like, fuck you. You can't do that.
He's more than a bad dad. He's a bad husband as well, you know.
He's in every way other than he saved the universe, he's a bad person.
He's a bad person, yeah. He's a good guy, but a terrible person.
Yeah.
Whereas Vegeta is like a villain, but a good person.
Yeah, he's good at heart, isn't he, Vegeta? Like, I really like Vegeta, and Vegeta's a good dad.
Vegeta's a way better dad.
Vegeta's there for his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because in Super, I'm like reading the Super manga at the minute. And there's like way more bits of that, like of interaction between Goku and Vegeta, like being parents. And like Goku's like, oh, I don't know where both of my kids were when they were born. Like he's like, I wasn't there for either of them.
Yeah, I was in heaven. Yeah, I was in heaven.
I think he was alive when Gohan was born, and he just wasn't there when he was born.
Yeah, he was just training. Yeah.
And he said he's never kissed Chi-Chi either. He's never kissed his wife. Like,
what?
Kiss your wife, bro.
He'll bang her. But he won't kiss her.
She definitely
what the fuck?
She definitely had to trick him into fucking her. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, there's no. What the fuck? She says she's never kissed her.
Yeah, because in the Goku Black arc, Future Trunks and I can't remember his girlfriend. She's dying, so he puts a senzu beam in his mouth and spits it into her mouth. And he's like, "Oh, that's gross." And he's like, "Dude, you have a wife?" And he's like, "I've never done that." Come on, bro.
Goku, please.
Kiss your wife.
God. And he's Japan's national icon. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, or the birth rate over there.
Birth rate's down, no. What you need to do is work, ignore your kids, and then die. Yeah, I've never even considered that. I did not know that he's... so just... Goddamn. Lots of bad...
Very, very neglectful parenting.
Neglectful parents. They're not okay. Speaking of neglectful... What about abusive?
Abusive. Who are you going for?
Gendo Ikari.
Gendo Ikari.
Evangelion.
So you're talking like mental abuse.
Severe.
Like PTSD inducing.
Severe mental abuse. Evangelion is one of my favorite things ever, and I will talk about it on here every chance I get.
Because the third movie just came out, didn't it?
The fourth movie. It's the last one. It's just come out, and it's gone now. Evangelion's done, so fucking pour one out. I'll miss it.
It ain't going to stop me talking about it, though.
It ain't, no, because I will rewatch it, and I've still got the manga to read. However, his dad is a psychopath.
Oh, yeah.
His dad is a head case. He, in every way possible, is he a bad person.
Yeah.
He needs someone to pilot a robot, so he summons his kid. First time he's seen him in 7 years. Walks through the door. He goes, get in the robot. Shinji goes, no. He goes, all right, fucking leave then. So they bring out a half-dead girl, and they tell her to pilot a robot, and she says, okay. And then he does it. And then he does it, after seeing what he's going to make another child do instead. Gendo's fucked in every way possible. And at the end of 4...
Because he sends him away, doesn't he?
Yeah, he makes him go away. Yeah. Shinji has all these, like... Shinji's mum died. His dad abandoned him. You don't know what's happened to him in between all this. And every single person in Evangelion is like, fuck you. You are 14, you useless piece of shit.
Yeah, but that's because every single person in Evangelion is mentally ill.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Like,
they're all just wildly ill.
There is not a baseline character in Evangelion.
No. Probably the healthiest is Kaji. Misato's boyfriend, who waters the watermelons and stuff. He's like a womanizer.
Yeah.
But you don't know anything else about him. Like, he seems healthy.
He seems he's the most standard person there. And
the best you're going to get there is a man who's a double agent that tries to fuck over everyone else. So... Yeah. I love Evangelion. It's on Netflix. Give it a watch. His dad, though, literally
major arsehole.
Literally ascends to the tier of godhood to try and bring back his dead wife using his son and his created daughter, who he doesn't tell them are related, tries to make them fall in love, then tries to kill them both and the rest of the planet.
But his created daughter has part of his wife's soul in there.
Yeah, his created daughter is also his dead wife, which is why the reason Shinji likes her is because she reminds him of his mom.
It's so fucked up. It's so good.
God, Evangelion's fucked. So you go on.
Oh, that's another one. Ging from Ging Freecs, is it?
Ging Freecs, yeah. He's on my list as well.
Yeah, I thought it would be,
Yeah.
Ging Freecs. But before we start talking about him, like, his name always makes me laugh. Because I saw a Quora question once where somebody was just like, why is it Ging and not Jin? Because that's his fucking name. What do you mean, why is it X and not Y? Because that's what his name is.
Why are you Jake?
Yeah, exactly. It makes me laugh. I'm like...
God, yeah. Give us a lowdown on Jing then.
So, yeah, Jing is the protagonist's father in Hunter x Hunter. And basically... He drops Gon off at his sister's doorstep.
Yeah.
And just says, I don't want this, bye.
That's it, gone.
And that's it, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
You see him in cutscenes, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, and then I think Gon finds a letter, and it's just a letter from his dad saying, hi Gon, I didn't want you. If you want to see me, come and find me. Good luck.
You've got to become a hunter.
Yeah.
I think he says. He's like, I'm a hunter. You've got to.
Yeah, that's a massive paraphrase. But yeah, basically, he just had a kid. Didn't want to bother with it. Was enjoying being a hunter. So was like, he can come find me if he wants to.
And he does.
Yeah.
And it's fucking...
It's not the warm reception he thought he'd get, is it?
No, his dad's there. He goes to a college or something and his dad's in the audience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's in the anime. He goes, like, his dad's, like, in the audience, and he's there, and his dad just gets up and leaves.
Okay.
Yeah, like, near the end. That's when he starts to know that his dad's around. Because he finds him at the top of the tree, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But at the end, he's, like, somewhere fighting the Phantom Troop.
Okay.
And his dad's there, and his dad sees him, and he's like, and just fucks off. Yeah. Like, he's not seen his son in 12 years.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's probably gone. I'm out. See you in a bit.
I'll let myself out there.
Yeah. Like, it makes Gon become. To be honest, if you think about it, everything bad that happens to Gon is because of his dad. Gon only wants to become a hunter because of his dad.
To find his dad, yeah.
And from there, literally the worst things that you could ever imagine happen to Gon. He's a 12-year-old who goes out into the world by himself.
Yeah.
And although he's got freakish strength...
Like, he's lived on like an island his entire life. He's not got like a whole bunch of world knowledge.
No, he's very he's naive.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, he has one father figure.
Yeah.
Who also dies. And it's a very bad time for everyone involved. And then he meets Ging, and Jing's like, "Yeah, hey, you found me then."
Not really asked. Like...
Not really asked in the slightest. That is like the worst possible thing I could imagine. Is like somebody you wanting to find someone. It takes him like what 3 years?
I think so.
4 years to find him.
Yeah.
You rock up and they're like, "All right, okay,
yeah,
like what are you doing? This is on you, bro."
But at least like everyone else in the show is aware of his bullshit. At least like no one is under any sort of illusion that he's a good person.
Oh no, everyone tells Ging he's an arsehole.
Like constantly.
Every single person is like, "You're a shit dad."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, discovered the Dark Continent now."
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I went adventuring and found some place no one else has been. Which makes it worse, never seeing my family. Yeah, they all sort of just fuck off. I've got one that I was discussing this weekend with my mates that I didn't know. I had Ash Ketchum's dad.
Oh yeah, do we even know who that is?
I didn't, and I was like, his dad is just not there. His dad has gone. Ash Ketchum's dad's dead.
Oh really?
I had no idea.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Apparently there was a war in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about that all the time, don't they?
Yeah. And that's why there's like no people around, like older people. You only get like grandparents and
middle, like younger.
Yeah, you get younger women and then kids.
Yeah.
That's because all the men died. I had no idea. That's why Lieutenant Surge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an army guy. He's one of the few
in the first game, innit?
Yeah, one of the few 30-year-old men who's still alive. It's because he survived the war.
Okay, so his dad died in the war.
His dad died in a war, which you can't really hate him for, but you know, fucking
can't really be a good dad if you're dead, can you? Not his fault, but also
not his fault, but dead parents don't usually make happy children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had no fucking clue about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's interesting, I guess.
A proper one is Endeavour.
Endeavour, yeah.
Endeavour. Endeavour is a shit dad.
Very, very bad father.
And he is present as well. It's not like the one so far where he's not there.
Yeah.
He is there the whole time, and he is a cunt. He is a massive cunt.
He's like a walking trauma response, isn't he?
Do you want to tell us about Endeavour?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's watched Hero Academia, it's pretty early in the show. Endeavour is the number 2 hero, and his one goal is to be the number 1 hero. And he has fire powers, so he selectively breeds children until he has fire and ice powers.
Until they have a child with fire and ice.
I think he's got like 4 kids.
Yeah, one's a criminal. I think one's Dabby.
Yeah.
One's
major spoilers for Hero Academia, by the way.
Oh yeah, that is a massive spoiler.
Yeah.
We did say at the beginning.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I sort of hoped Dabby would be his son now.
Yeah,
like,
everyone sort of knew that. Yeah.
Blue Fire though. Blue Fire's fucking
Blue
awesome.
Fire's cool.
Yeah.
So you got Dabby. There's like another older son.
Who's just a guy.
Just a guy. Yeah. He's got like his sister with white hair.
Yeah.
And then you've got Todoroki.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got 4 kids.
And the show centers on Todoroki, but like for the first 3 seasons, Todoroki doesn't use his fire powers
because he hates his dad.
Because he hates his dad that much.
Yeah.
And his dad, like, how did his wife ended up in like a mental hospital because of him as well?
Yeah, because of like the stress.
Yeah.
That he was putting on the family. Yeah. Because she scars Todoroki with hot water.
Yeah, she does.
So he's got like a massive burn scar on his face.
So he's got like half his face that's like fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but he doesn't blame his mum for it all, does he?
No, because he knows. They all know.
They're
it's
all
him.
yeah.
And one of the things that I love about that's one of my favorite parts of Hero Academia because I read it, is I actually ended up liking him. He gets like a redemption arc.
Yeah.
And
he's a really good character.
He's a really good character.
Because he's introduced like as a really cold kind of guy, isn't he? Like,
just a dickhead
just
to everyone.
yeah.
Just to absolutely everyone.
Yeah.
And he gets his own redemption arc after he becomes number one. But you get to like understand him, and he's like, he definitely like did not need to go through everything he did to like catch up to All Might. Like it just wasn't necessary.
All worth it.
Yeah, all worth it.
Yeah, I think like Endeavour's a weird one because you can empathize with him more now. He's gone through his redemption arc, but I'm not sure if I entirely forgive him.
I don't forgive him.
Yeah,
but I like him more.
You like him more as a
I
character.
like him more.
Yeah.
He's had some growth. He's trying to fix everything, isn't he? Like he's been to the house. He's been to see everyone. Like he is apologizing.
Putting the work in.
He's putting the work in. At least where I last was. I think there's like another 50 chapters now from when I last read it.
Yeah, like him and Todoroki are quite close where they are at the minute. Like,
are they?
They're working together quite well and stuff like that.
Oh right, okay. That's good. That's what I wanted. Yeah. You love to see it.
You love to see it.
But that's quite one. That is a good one because there's like a redemption arc.
Yeah,
like,
very bad father. Very and like set in stone as soon as you can tell. Like, and then you see it start to heal.
Yeah, you get to see people work through it, which you don't usually get in
Don't
shonen.
usually get that.
Don't get that now.
Very good. It's a very real distance you can feel though. They're trying to meet in the middle.
And oftentimes when like Todoroki's doing something and his dad's in the crowd, his dad's just stood there with his arms crossed, like fucking you asshole, like the whole time. Yeah.
Endeavour's a good one.
Endeavour's like I recommend everyone to read My Hero Academia. I don't know if the anime's caught up to that bit yet, but
I think it has. Yeah, because one of my mates is watching it, and it has got to the bit where their Endeavour is training Bakugo, Midoriya, and Todoroki all at the same time. You got to that bit?
I think I just got to that bit and then stopped.
Yeah, that bit's in the anime now.
Right. Okay. I need to read more then. I think I've got a good one after this, but do you want to go for another one?
Ooh. Starting to be an X-Crasher. I didn't make a list this week. I was just sort of going off the top of my head what I could remember. Go on then, like.
Okay, I'll give you one.
Go on.
I'll give you one. Guts' dad.
Guts' oh yeah.
From Berserk.
I can't remember. I was going to try and remember his name. It was.
I don't know his name.
Yeah. Guts' dad was pretty a bit of a bastard man.
A massive bastard man in possibly the worst way.
Yeah.
Guts was born from a hanged woman.
Yeah.
Like one of the first pages is a dead woman in a tree giving birth to Guts.
Yeah, and then his sort of a woman finds it. And then becomes his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then his dad is the leader of a mercenary band, and just could not give less of a fuck about Guts
at all. No.
Yeah.
And he sells him, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sells him. They don't explicitly say it, but Guts is like 8, 9 years old.
He's very young.
He's very young, and he sells him into sex.
Yeah.
Like he sells him
to one of his own soldiers.
Sells him to one of his own soldiers, who then performs child abuse.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then like just acts like, and then his dad just acts like it didn't happen.
Yeah, and he does it multiple times, doesn't he?
I think you only see it once in the manga, but I think it's implied that he does it a few times.
Yeah.
Because then Guts kills the guy he sold it to, and then his dad's more upset about him dying than he is about selling him to him.
Yeah, his dad's more upset. Yeah, that's how you know he's an awful person. Literally, like trash tier human being. Yeah,
like a garbage person.
Just an awful person. And that's where Guts gets his big sword from. Because when he's like 9, he uses a normal sized sword. Yeah. So he just gets used to having something to swinging something that is...
because his dad tells him they don't make swords for kids, so he just gives him a full sword.
So he gives him a full-size sword. So this kid is he has to fight.
Yeah.
He's like 10 and he's fighting.
Yeah, because his dad's like, if you don't fight, you don't eat.
Yeah, so he has to fight. And then he gets used to using this fuck-off sword. So by the time he's a grown man, he's getting swords made that like... like that. Yeah, because the size of his body.
Yeah. And it really messes him up when his dad because he kills his dad, doesn't he? Because his dad just goes a bit mental. Yeah. And then he kills him, and he really messes him up because he's like, oh, he was my dad, but I also hated him.
Yeah. Everything to do with Guts in
It's
that
just-
is like
yeah.
just fucked. Like
Guts
Yes.
Guts needs a break.
Gus definitely needs a break. He got 10 years on a boat,
Yeah,
but you know,
man needs a break.
the man needs a break. If it gets finished, hopefully
Yeah,
it does. I think
We get a new chapter on the 10th of September.
really.
I think so. Yeah, it's
Alright.
potentially the last.
Right.
No one's sure if you're gonna get a continuation or not.
I hope someone does.
Mm.
Do you know, like his assistant or something?
Yeah, it's his assistant that's doing this one.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out when it comes out. It'll be probably easy enough to tell.
Again, another one I need to catch up on.
Mm.
Yeah. I've got an episode idea for us
Oh, yeah?
afterwards. Is our top manga recommendations like
Okay,
at the
well,
moment?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, like as we get closer to the end of 2021,
Well, like,
just do like this year is our
Okay. Yeah.
Here's
like
all
a
the manga.
Our rundown of the year.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Not of everything that's released this year, but everything we've read this year
Mm.
of like new stuff. That could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got another one that I don't know if you'll be able to answer.
Go on.
Talk about, but Hanekawa's parents in Monogatari.
Yeah, I won't know much
Yeah.
about that. That's your ballpark, that, isn't it?
Hanekawa is a girl who, on the outside, looks perfect, right? She gets top scores. Everybody loves her, but she's always outside. Always. When the main character goes out at midnight, Hanekawa's walking around. When the main character gets up early, Hanekawa's out. Like, he just bumps into her everywhere.
She's just
She's
never
at home, which is
a bit.
a bit sus. Yeah. She has a lot wrong. Her parents do not give a fuck about her. She was adopted, and they make her. They have spare rooms. They live in a big house. They have
Yeah.
spare rooms, and they make her sleep in the hallway.
Okay.
Mm.
So they're just.
They just don't give a shit about her
Yeah.
in the slightest, and they treat her like she has loads of like mental health and like self-esteem issues because her parents just like treat her like she's an inconvenience. Like she's always there, which is why she's never home.
Okay.
Later on, like the girls end up manifesting like demons, sort of, that are,
Yeah.
like animals that represent their problems. Her first one is a cat,
Yeah.
which because she roams around. She has two. She has white Hanekawa, which is the black one, and black Hanekawa, which is the white one, because it's Monogatari.
Yeah, it can't make sense.
Yeah. And both of them are like basically when the stress of life gets too much, she becomes this like cat person and ends up hurting people, and that's how she lets it out. But when she goes back to being a person, she doesn't remember.
Yeah.
They end up helping her work through that, but the parent situation doesn't get any better. She gets old enough to get a job, she starts getting money and stuff, but the pressure's still getting to her, and then she burns down her house.
Yeah, with her parents inside.
You never really know. But it's heavily implied that she murders her own parents.
Okay.
Yeah. During that time, she becomes a tiger, and the tiger starts fires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's her like second demon that they have to help her work through.
Right.
And yeah, her parents basically cause her to become this sort of like demon that like literally hurts people.
Yeah.
Like in the anime, she kills people. Like she drains people of their energy. Like she, because of how she feels about herself, she feels like she's an emotional vampire.
Right.
And when you spend time with the cats, you just get exhausted, and she starts like take your energy away.
Okay.
It's
so
like really in depth. They really
the
do. a good
stress
job.
of her parents cause her to kill people.
Yeah, and then she kills her parents and turns into a tiger. And that's really fucking good. That bit is incredible.
Yeah.
And they do the whole like, this would be a good episode. Anime characters that hair color changes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because there's lots of characters who like, you know, like in Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
Kaneki
Yeah.
goes through like it's an actual thing. He goes through like a stressful situation.
Yeah.
His hair turns white. That's an actual thing called Marie Antoinette syndrome. That happens to Hanekawa, and she starts getting like strands
Oh right.
of like white in her hair as the show goes on.
Oh, does it get more? Yeah. Oh, okay.
It gets more and more stress, and then she just cuts it all off. So
Okay.
it's really good, really
Yeah.
really good. But fuck her parents.
Yeah, just shit parents.
Yeah, really shit parents. Have you got another one?
Oh, I got another one. Bad parents.
About the bottom one.
I don't know. I feel he is quite a good dad.
This is Ichigo's dad from Bleach, yeah.
Yeah. But I can see where you're coming from. Because, like, Ichigo became a Soul Reaper and went through a lot of shit, and his dad knew the whole time and didn't say anything.
Well, our friend was like, any dad that keeps their superpowers secret from their family is a bad dad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think he's quite a good dad, though, because he is there for him and he provides for all of his kids.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I think he's a pretty good dad, to be fair.
You know,
other than the fact that he knew that he had superpowers and he knew his son had the same superpowers, and noticed his son was trying to keep it from him and didn't feel like being like, you don't have to hide this shit because I'm literally the same.
Yeah, he just let him do it.
He just let him do it.
Think of all the stress on that kid trying to, like, because he
Yeah.
falls asleep in school, doesn't he, Ichigo?
I think so, yeah.
Like, because he's always doing Soul Reaper
Yeah,
stuff.
because
at
like
night,
his physical body is like unconscious in it until they get the whole soul thing with
but
Kon.
They put the pill in his mouth. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the Ichigo's dad always knows if it's Kon or if it's Ichigo, because he never calls him Ichigo if it's Kon in his body.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do they point that out later on?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's planned like what, hundreds of episodes in advance?
Yeah. So,
Holy shit.
So it's just weird that he never felt like. So I mean, obviously, you couldn't because it would make the show less interesting. But once you know that his dad's a Soul Reaper, and Ichigo knows, like, yeah, it's just a bit weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he is a good dad though.
Okay. Yeah.
I have thought of one though.
Mm-hmm.
The dad from Invincible.
Oh my god. Yeah.
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 Yes. Yeah.
Probably one of the worst dads going.
I mean, there's literally a meme of him with his son crushed into a rock saying, "When will you learn?"
Yeah.
Do you want to give the lowdown on Invincible?
Yeah, if you haven't seen Invincible yet, watch it, is all I can say. It's on Amazon Prime. But yeah, it's about about a teenage boy whose dad is essentially Superman. And he's just been waiting his whole life to wonder if he'll have powers like him. And then was he like 17?
17.
And then at 17 his powers awaken. And he starts training with his dad to become a superhero. You know, oh, this is going to be really wholesome, really good. No. His dad is Superman, but he's also a fucking psychopath. And these versions of Superman aren't good.
No, they are
They
not good.
colonize planets by just sort of splinter celling their way into it, right?
Yeah.
They
They go onto the planet, they have a kid, and then if they decide that they somehow evaluate whether it's worth keeping or not, and if it's not, they just fucking kill everyone.
just kill everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then his dad sort of reveals that he, because he like in the end of the first episode, he kills their equivalent of the Justice League, like incredibly brutally. And then as the show goes on, his son finds out it was him, and they have a fight. And his dad not only beats the shit out of him, but murders hundreds of people whilst doing it.
And blames him for it.
Yeah, the whole time he blames
whole time.
Mark for it. Yeah.
Yeah. The train bit.
The train bit is unreal.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a watch it with your mouth wide open moment, isn't it?
I actually did.
Yeah.
Like the whole last episode, I was like,
Yeah, for the
fucking-
last half of the episode, you're just like, oh my god.
just oh my god,
Oh my God, yeah.
He's got his son, right, who he's already beat the living shit out of, and his son's face is just like bloody,
Just a pulp, innit?
just a pulp, and he flies through the floor
Into the subway.
into the subway and holds his son by the back of the head into a train that's moving,
Yeah.
and the train.
Yeah.
Like, so you go.
Yeah, because he's like Superman as well, and so he's like invulnerable. So he can't die, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Just holds him, and the train is like just splitting around them as people get turned into guts and like.
Yeah.
And the whole time, whilst Mark, who's being held by his dad, sees all these people turn to mincemeat as they collide with him, his dad's going, "This is your fault.
Look what you're making me do.
Look what you're making me do.
Yeah.
You are responsible for this."
Yeah. Yeah, because he like when he punches him and he goes to that building and just like kills everyone in that apartment.
Yeah.
And then tries to save a few of them, and he's like, "Why are you wasting your time saving people?" He's like, just shut up and stop doing this. Like,
Yeah. You are gonna help me kill everyone on this planet. And
he's a bad man.
He's a very, very bad
man. In the first episode, maybe my mate was talking about this. Where he sort of like kills their Justice League. There's the guy who's like the Flash. In that first episode, where he's having a conversation with his girlfriend, he says that because he's so fast, a normal conversation seems like it takes hours for him.
Yeah.
He says he finds it excruciating.
Yeah.
When his head gets crushed, that must have felt like hours of that for him.
It must have been, hours if not days of his head getting crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his like he kills the Flash guy by grabbing his skull and just
squeezing it till his head pops.
Yeah.
But it is like it's not a quick job. It takes a good like 5 seconds.
And he's punching him whilst he's going.
Yeah.
And he just breaks his hands.
Breaks his own hands on him. Yeah.
Oh god.
It's so brutal, isn't it?
I love brutal shit though.
Yeah, Invincible is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very bad dad.
Fuck, that isn't. I think he would top the charts.
I think he does.
Of bad dads. Yeah.
Yeah, because after he beats the shit out of his son and almost kills him, it's just like, if I kill all the humans, like he's like, even if we don't kill all the humans, they'll all die eventually, and then it'll just be like, what will we have then? He's like, oh, well, me and you, and then he just gets mad and leaves.
Well, he cries.
But yeah.
He cries. He makes his dad feel something, and his
dad reacts so badly to it, he just fucks off.
His dad cannot handle, like, just feeling something, and leaves the planet. He just goes. He just goes. And he leaves everything destroyed in his wake. I would still say Guts' dad is worse.
Yeah.
But he comes a close second.
Yeah.
I would love
That's it, because he had, like, a good childhood up until that point.
Yeah, and he wasn't bummed as a kid.
He wasn't bummed as a kid either. Yeah.
Immediately.
Parenting rule number 1 is don't sell your kids to nonsense. Like,
Mark was all right.
Mark was all right.
I'd take the beating.
Although, however, that might be the secret way to activate superpowers quicker. So he probably would have done if he'd have known that.
Oh God, in the world like that, yeah. Probably. God, I'm trying to think. That's my list. That's my list done. But
we've got the one big bad left. Would be Shou Tucker.
Oh God, yeah. Shou Tucker,
who I don't know where he falls on that like list of the worst, but he's a pretty bad guy.
I would actually put him second.
Well, you have Guts' dad, Shou Tucker, and then Omni-Man. Yeah. I think that sounds about right. Do you want to explain about Shou Tucker?
No, I've spoke a lot this episode. You do, Shou. Yeah, you go for Shou Tucker.
All right, so Full Metal Alchemist, also on Netflix. We spoke about that last time. The funded state alchemists have to do like a presentation or something, don't they, to show what they've been researching.
Yeah.
And they have to have it done every like couple of years, or they lose their license and all their funding. Shou Tucker is a guy who made a talking chimera, which is just like an amalgamation of beasts. I think it said like one word and then died or something like that.
It says daddy.
No, the first one he made said kill me.
Oh right, okay.
Eaten and then died.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then they want him to make another one, and he can't get it to work, and he's gonna lose his funding. And his license. So he uses his family dog and his young daughter as ingredients to make his chimera. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, is that heavy? Like, I still when I watched that for the first time, I was just like, Jesus Christ.
I still watch it and be like, fuck.
I just like get up and walk around.
Yeah.
It's hard, that one, because you're heavily invested in the characters. You spend a lot of time with the daughter and the dog and everything.
They really humanize them.
They really humanize them.
And like, when I remember watching that, just like it just felt like a literal gut punch.
Oh yeah.
Like I'd seen anime up to that point. I'd watched a lot of it, and I've seen some anime that was like a bit fucked up.
Yeah.
But that is so subtly fucked up in a way that like
you just do not see it coming.
I did not see it coming, and I remember just watching that episode and being like sat back in my chair with my head on my hands, like, oh fuck.
Oh no.
Oh God. Oh,
and then you're like, no, it's all right. Edward's a really good alchemist. He'll just undo it, and they're like, no,
there is no.
And then Scar kills it.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, oh,
And then doesn't he kill it in front of Ed? Or does he kill it?
No, I think I think he finds it because I think it runs away.
Oh,
and
right.
Scar just bumps into it and is like, "Oh, this is a twisted, fucked up thing."
Yeah, because
just like kills it.
Scar's all about like God, isn't he? He's like this is like God. God couldn't he's very religious and he wants to make things pure.
Yeah.
And he sees this thing and he's like, absolutely not.
No.
No. Yeah.
God didn't make this. Bang. Yeah. Shou Tucker is a bad man.
Shou Tucker's a very
He
bad
sacrificed his daughter and his dog.
Should we let the dog in?
Hold up, yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
So we're now with the dog. The dog has let us know that he wants to be in it.
Yeah.
Say hi, Toby. If you're on YouTube, say hello to Toby.
So yeah, man sacrifices his dog and his kid just to keep his job.
No job's worth that shit.
No job's worth that, yeah.
Yeah. He's just a fucking awful person. I think now we're talking more about it. There is another one from Evangelion.
Oh yeah.
There's different timelines. End of Evangelion is the like alternate ending to the TV series timeline. Misato's like sort of an adopted mum for Shinji, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Misato gets shot and is dying and needs Shinji to get into the Evangelion. So she kisses him and promises him sex.
Really?
Yeah, and then dies once he gets into the elevator. And she's like, do it for me. And when you get back, there'll be more. And he goes, okay. And gets in the elevator and goes to the robot. And then she fucking dies.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, the whole of End of Evangelion, like... literally almost the entirety of Evangelion, I was sat there with my mouth open, just like, oh my god. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Hideaki Anno, we should just do an episode on Evangelion. The amount I talk about it, like, we'll just do an episode on Evangelion.
We're going to have the green screen set up for that
Yeah.
to make a roadmap so everyone can keep up.
Oh yeah, we're getting a green screen.
Yeah.
We're going to edit stuff into it. But Hideaki Anno has, like, had severe mental health issues. The guy who's the creator of Evangelion. And, like, Evangelion has changed based on where his mental health is at. Evangelion came out and it was, like, it wasn't how he wanted it to be, but he was also really struggling. And everybody wanted him to redo the ending. So he redid the ending and basically just said, fuck you to everyone. I made an ending that was just, like, he kills everyone.
Yeah.
He kills everyone in, like, the worst possible way. And, like... The whole way through, you just have characters like with unresolved trauma just dying in really unsatisfying ways. And I watched the whole thing with like, I remember watching it because I watched it in university in my living room, and I was just like, oh my god, oh my fucking god. And even the ending is two of the main characters, a boy and a girl, and the boy has just stopped the end of the world, and he's choking the girl on a beach. And, like, she just lays there and lets him do it. And when he lets go, she calls him pathetic. And then it ends.
And then it ends.
That's the end of Evangelion. And I'm just like, it's a masterpiece. I love it.
Should we wrap up with some hot takes then?
Yeah, I've got one hot take. Have you got any?
I got some hot takes, yeah. All right, I'll let you hit it first.
Right, okay. Here's a spicy... I kept it to anime this time.
Yeah, okay.
Here's a spicy hot take. Naruto should just been about Sasuke.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd have not agreed on that.
Well, I like Naruto, but you can tell from when it gets to Shippuden, it just wants to be about Sasuke. You can tell the author regretted calling it Naruto.
Yeah, and it literally is about Sasuke. For ages. For ages. But even from the beginning, you've got, okay, here's an orphan, his parents are gone, he's got no mates.
Yeah. And you go, and here's this really cool guy. He's dark, mysterious, he's strong. He's got special eyes.
He's got special eyes. His whole clan was killed, and he wants to murder his brother. He's also really good at a lot of things. Ooh. And like, when I was 14, I was like, that guy. That's the cool guy. And then you have to spend all the time with Naruto, who's just like, no one likes me, I'm useless. Like, he is cool. I know loads of people like Naruto, and he does get better. But he goes from boring as a child to slightly more interesting halfway through the first half. And then in Shippuden, could not give a fuck. He has 0 personality traits.
You think?
Yeah, there's nothing about Naruto that I find interesting.
I don't know. I like Naruto.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he's a pretty good character.
Come Shippuden, he's not funny. He
Yeah.
doesn't crack jokes anymore. He don't fuck around. All he does is train and take everything seriously and want to get Sasuke back.
All he does is want to get Sasuke back. It does get that gets old.
Yeah. That's it. Like, it's not entertaining to watch Naruto as a character.
Yeah.
Literally, by the time you're halfway through Shippuden, everyone other than Naruto is more interesting than Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have took it.
I think that was one of the main problems with Naruto is like there's shitloads of characters and they're all super interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You barely get to spend any time with them. Like,
yeah, I always liked Tamari. Was it Tamari? The one with the hair buns and she had like all the
fan.
No. Oh,
Tamari's the one with the big fan and like the 4 pigtails.
okay. Oh, yeah, it might be her. She's
The one that marries Shikamaru.
Her and no, I'm thinking of someone else.
Thinking of 1010?
1010. I always like 1010. And 1010 got
Like 0.
0. Where the
Like,
fuck is she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. My hot take is that like fucking Naruto would have been way more interesting if it stopped being about Naruto. They should have made him Hokage like halfway through. Sasuke should have not come back, or Sasuke should have found out that Naruto was Hokage and then just wanted to kill him more. That would have made more sense.
I feel like they sort of did a similar thing with Sasuke though, because Sasuke was way more interesting for way longer. But once he killed Itachi, I feel like Sasuke lost his drive, which is understandable. But the author was like, "What do I do with him now?"
He'll be the Hokage.
That bit was a fucking joke.
Yeah, that was a joke.
How can Sasuke be like, "I have abandoned the village, become a terrorist, killed my brother. I'm gonna be the ninja president." Like,
Yeah.
No.
No, you're not. You can't force your way to the top as the
Yeah.
Hokage. Yeah.
Also, you can't leave your village, be a terrorist for like 10 years, and then come back and be like, vote for me.
Yeah, vote for me. I'll not do it again. I promise.
I promise.
Yeah. He sort of like, Naruto's amazing, but he fumbled the last half. Like, there's still lots of good parts near the end, but like,
Yeah.
and the whole them turning out to be like the descendants of gods and a fucking rabbit bunny woman who's like that was all just like, I've got to fucking pull some more shit out my arse.
Gotta finish it.
You gotta finish it. Where are we going with this? Yeah, like Asura or whatever his name is. Yeah, could have been a lot better, I think. But it's almost like in Yu Yu Hakusho, where I've been told that the main guy's interesting, but he's a bit like Ichigo, where he doesn't really have a motivation.
Okay, just sort of does things because people tell him to.
Yeah, and then they introduce another character who's very similar to Sasuke, and he's like a fan favorite.
Yeah.
So
That the guy with like the third eye on his head.
third eye, who's a demon, and he has like sharp black hair. Yeah. I just always wonder why these dudes make why'd you make the main character so fucking boring, and then everyone else way more interesting.
Cool.
I also do not like Midoriya.
Yeah.
There's nothing to Midoriya for me. Like
He's just like he's the standard protagonist, isn't he?
he's just a guy. He's another one of those. He's just like Naruto. Well, there's more to Midoriya than Naruto. I like Midoriya more than Naruto, but he's still just a fucking dude. I just can't get behind him. Midoriya is My Hero Academia for people who don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you do like edgy people though.
Sue me.
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
But not even edgy. It's just like the dude who's like electric, like who like goes dumb after shooting too much electricity is more interesting. Red Riot, who turns into rock, is more interesting. There's so many more characters in there that I would rather be the main character than.
I don't know. I feel like his training style is good. The way he works around his flaws.
Yeah, he's very clever, and he's like very studious, isn't he? And he like always writes stuff down and stuff. He does have character traits, which like Naruto doesn't have. I don't think.
He does in the beginning.
Tell me something about Naruto and Shippuden that's unique or that makes you like him.
Sage mode was cool.
That's not a personality trait. I meant about him, not his powers.
Yeah, he does. He's got a lot of more flair in the base Naruto, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. He's got like catchphrases and stuff.
Yeah, and jokes about, and
Yeah.
constantly gets into trouble, and
Yeah.
when he grows up, it's fucking
He
boring.
stops doing his sexy jutsu when he's in Shippuden
Yeah,
until the final boss fight.
yeah. There's no fun allowed in Shippuden, I think, compared to earlier on.
Yeah.
So That's my hot take.
That was a big hot take there.
Yeah.
Well, on a tangent, I've got one for you though.
Go on then.
It's not anime related, but I got really mad about it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I bought some wagon wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get the ones with jam in them. Do you know what?
What?
The ones with strawberry jam, which is red, come in the blue packet.
Yeah, I know that.
My brain always forgets. I picked up the red ones because I'm like, yeah, I want the red ones because I want jam in them. The fucking blue ones have a jam in them.
Red wagon wheels have always been the normal ones.
Yeah, well, I know that. I know the process was they brought out wagon wheels and they were red, and they brought out jam ones which were blue. But why didn't they bring out the original ones in blue? Because then you would be like, here's your normal ones that are blue, and your red ones with red jam in them. You know? It just, I always forget because I don't buy wagon wheels very often. And it's just long enough for me to forget, buy the wrong ones, and then get mad at wagon wheels.
They could have been purple or anything, couldn't they? Yeah.
Just something, I feel like the original colour should have just changed to blue. They should have swapped it round.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why have the red ones not have the red bit in it?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was my.
I haven't had a wagon wheel in ages, but now you've made me want one.
I was just a stress-related issue with wagon wheels.
What wagon wheel-related trauma?
Yeah. I have got one about anime though.
Go on then. We'll have this one and we'll call it because we're getting towards an hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like sort of like torture porn of bullies in anime.
Yeah.
You know when they're like. It's like set in a school and it's like sort of slice of lifey and a bit drama-y.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, the main character's been threatened by a bully and then they try and stand up for themselves and then the bullies, waterboard them. Something like waterboard them in the toilet and then they're like, I'll go tell the teacher and the teacher's like, don't you fucking dare talk about shit like this, I'll beat the fuck out of you. You know when like the characters can't catch a break and it like breaks the sort of your suspension from it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, there's no way this would actually happen.
I don't know.
You know when they get bullied by like
Yeah.
Literally everyone to like super extreme lengths where they go to the shop and the shopkeeper's like, gay. And they're like, I don't know you. They're like, I know, but you fucking stink. Get out of my shop.
Yes.
And then they go home and they're like, mum slaps them for like not putting the right shoes on. And then they go to sleep and have nightmares. And then they go back to school and someone stabs them. And then they like the nurse who's stitching up the wound is like, you shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck you.
But like they're just the character literally never gets a break and it's just like just torture porn, like emotional torture porn. You're like, this just wouldn't like this is ridiculous.
This never happens. Yeah. I know what you mean. That is
like,
stupid. Isn't it?
Every time it's set in like a Japanese school, the kids there are like breaking the Geneva Convention. Like on a regular basis. You're like, what?
And all the teachers should be like fucking fired.
Yeah, because like the teachers either ignore the kid or like also join in.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like a weird Tumblr post that's been animated.
It's like they've got 10 minutes to let you know how bad this guy's life is, and they're like, okay, how we're gonna do it is we're gonna go absolutely fucking ham.
Yeah,
we're gonna make him miserable and shit.
Really miserable.
Yeah, they've got. Do you think it makes people relate? Like,
I just don't know. Like, it really doesn't do it for me because I'm just like, there's fucking no way that it would happen this bad, and if it did, I just like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't live in Japan. Maybe it is like that.
Jesus, what a cursed existence. Yeah. God. Yeah.
But yeah, that was just one thing. I like just see it every now and again. You're just like, oh, it's
just not real.
Just not real.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Shall we
wrap
wind
things
it
up?
up? Yeah. Episode 10. I can't believe
10,
it. Yeah. I'm really pleased. Very happy. So.
Yeah. Well, let's. Another one next week, whatever we decide to do.
Whatever we decide to do. I think we should do the manga recommendations.
Manga recommendations?
Yeah. You'll make a list for that, I know you will.
Yeah,
you got
a big manga reader.
Big manga reader, so yeah. Next week, our top recommendations. Don't know if we'll do a number or whatever, but you would just say what we like.
We're quite doing a loose style, really, don't we?
Yeah. So, right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, and we've got a Discord now. If you fancy watching anime with us on Wednesdays,
yes,
come and join.
Yeah,
right. Thank you very much.
Catch you next time.